because we want to think the best of everything. We want to think that everybody has the best interest in their hearts about our lives. But the reality around that is that you're living your own movie every day. Think of it that way. You're the director, you're the writer, you're the screenplay, you're the actor, you're the villain, you're all of it in your life. I can't possibly understand you or your life. I can't. You can't understand me either because you're not living in my skin and seeing and thinking about the shit that I'm thinking about all day. And the truth is I just told you who you are. Not because I'm some sort of genius, not because I'm clairvoyant or I can see the future. I know who I used to be. And the person sitting up in this front seat right now, I'm you, my man. This is you up here. You could have everything I have in this world. You could have everything. You probably could have more. There's two things I did my whole life. I never allowed anybody ever to outwork me, ever. That was important to me all the time. I would work as hard as I possibly could to make sure everybody else around me wasn't getting as much shit done as I was because I wanted to stand out all the time. And I always had this one thing that most people didn't have. I had a positive attitude all the time. Anything I was doing, work sucks sometimes, but you got to just dig in and get shit done, right? That's what you have to do in life. I was that person that would try to be positive all the time in life. It ain't easy what I just told you, and I know you're fucking tired and you didn't want to hear a bunch of big speeches from some lift asshole.
Actually, I did. I needed to hear that. You're right.
See, that the truth is this.
Yeah.
How can I possibly know any of that stuff about you? I know it because I know who I was too, right?
Most people, everybody goes through it.
But it's something we don't have to go through in life. It is. If we just push past the mistakes and we say, hey, I'm okay with who I am. Don't allow people outside of you to control you. That's what it is. A boss comes up to you and blowing you shit, don't take it. Hey, I hear what you're saying, boss. Acknowledge what they said to you, but
don't
this road.
Don't let it affect you.
That was a weird sound. Did you hear that?
Oh
yeah. Don't let it affect you. Don't take it into your heart. Don't allow them to control you by their emotions. You stand there and say, I hear what you're saying, acknowledge them, give them what they really want, which is acknowledgement. My man, you gotta eat shit in life, you gotta. Now, everybody does. When you were a little kid, you were cultivated to be who you are today. Whether you like it or not, it's just true. You went to school told you, principals, teachers said, don't question us, we're right, you're wrong. If you question us, we're gonna drag your parents in here and make you explain in front of them why you're right and we're wrong, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened. So what you did was you gave up. You gave up in your life. You said, I can't fight this. If I go and I push the school back, I'm gonna have to explain in front of 5 people why I'm telling them they're wrong and I'm right. Everybody gives up. I did too, my man. But I was smart enough to know that I could maybe work around a lot of it. I didn't give a shit about school. School wasn't that important to me. What was important to me was making the relationships. And the reality of who I am as a human being sitting up here is I don't even give a shit about this car. I don't care about this car. I don't care about money. I don't care about material things. The only thing I care about on this entire planet, only thing, is you. That's it. When that kid stepped out of my car, I found my value and purpose again. A lot of what I just told you is true. I can't prove anything I tell you next, but I know it's true. I know it. And I will take it to my grave knowing it's true. Because I lived my whole entire life, 42 years, since I was about 6 or 7 years old, I lived as an atheist all of my life. But I'm more agnostic than atheist because I know there's a God. I know there's a creator at least. I knew that my whole life. If you come to me about 20 years ago and say, hey, do you think there's a creator? I would have said 100%. Why do I know that? Because there's too many human beings that I know, and most of human beings are just stupid. I'm just being honest with you. You know what I'm telling you. You deal with them every day. Most people are just obnoxious and rude and disrespectful, all of it.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
This is going to be sort of off on the topic.
Go.
Do you feel like most of life in general is negative or positive?
Most of your life in general is negative because of one reason. You were born into bondage. You were born a slave into this world, regardless of the color of your skin. I was a slave too, I was. I'm a slave because this world was created for us. There's another amazing book you probably have never read. It's called the Bible.
I read not the whole Bible, but parts.
My man, you got to go into it. That book is going to explain your whole life to you. It did it for me. I never read it until last year, and once I read it, I understood that my entire life was laid out in front of me in the book. It talks about the reason why you're suffering in life. It tells you the reason why other people are suffering in life. And the reality of it is that we're all suffering because we allow ourselves to suffer. And let me go left here. That's weird. There we go. That's what's happening in our lives. Whether we like it or not, this is Satan's world. The Bible will explain the complete thing to you and tell you exactly why it's true. It ain't no fun being told what I just told you, but Jesus Christ is real. And you're talking to an atheist up here. Jesus Christ is 100% real. He's going to come back. I think we're on short time. I think he's within months of getting here. All that war and shit going on over in Israel right now, it's all written in the book. It's all written in the Bible. It's telling you word for word. It's like, for me, I'm a huge movie buff. I love movies.
Me too.
I understand them on a cellular level now. I watch movies different. I watch them three ways. I watch them for their moral input of what they're trying to tell me, and I watch them for how Satan's in it, and I watch how God's inside of every movie. Because every movie has a moral compass inside of it. God did not allow the movie industry to just brainwash us to be evil people. God's powerful. He's super powerful. He doesn't just allow things to take us over and stuff. We literally live in a guided world. In that Bible, if we read it and we understand it and we keep listening to it, go read John's chapter again. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. John's chapter was written for us today. It was written for the end of the times. This is the end of the times. The end isn't near. The end is here. We're at it. We're at the precipice of Jesus Christ returning.
Oh, wow.
And all you have to do, the only thing that's ever been free your whole life is Jesus Christ. If you say, hey, I'm a sinner, I know what I am, Lord, I need you to help me. Jesus says, lay all your burdens at my feet. Whatever negatives you have in your life, lay them right down at my feet. I'll take them. You ain't going to walk out of them. It's going to take you some time to get over it. But my man, if I told you my full story, I couldn't prove a word of it. I wrote a book about it. I wrote a book about what happened to me, and it's called Unproven, because I can't prove it. I can't prove anything that happened to me August 28th of 2022. But I got struck down like with a bolt of lightning from God. And he said, you want to see how your life's been handled your whole life? Satan's been controlling you your whole life. He controls you with money, with toxic people. He holds you with all the material shit that he gives you. And that's how he keeps you under control. Because the moment you take a step towards God is the moment Satan starts coming at you a little different. You stay away from Jesus Christ, and here's how Satan will treat you. You leave him, hate him, don't be around Jesus Christ, and Satan will say, oh, you're doing good. You're fine. You're a hard worker. Keep going. Don't let things drag you down. But the moment you step towards Jesus Christ, it gets hard. Because he says, well, you're a failure. You're not good enough to be in God's presence. Because Satan hates us. He hates us because we have free will, and God loves us. God adores you. He does. Good luck to you in your life, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes.